Hello everyone, it's Scott here, and today I'm just going to do a quick Pro Club stream. It's not going to be anything like me playing games or having fun or anything. It's just going to be showing you my build. So obviously, as you can see here, I've sort of built, my player is sort of named and looks like Onana. Obviously we all know I'm a Man United fan, so he's built to be like Onana. So first of all, I'll just give you my build. So Onana is 6'2", and he's around the £205 mark. So that's everything that we will have because of that here. So these are all the attributes that we get being this build. Now you can change it and make yourself 6'4", but out of all the builds I've tried, I actually got bored because I didn't feel like it really suited it. Because it feels like to me that goalkeeping on pro clubs is a little bit different and in a lot of aspects a bit clunky this year. But this is the one I found a lot more comfort. It didn't feel as clunky to me, but you could set these to however you want. Mine are mainly just set like this, obviously, because I am trying to make my player look like an Ana. So that is my build for that. And then here we're going to go into our preset. So player styles, as you can see, I'm only level 23. So at the moment, my player styles are footwork, rush out, far reach, and quick reflexes. All these do really is just give us a little bit of oomph with it, improve it. So obviously, quick reflexes give us increased reflex and reactions to save shots from inside of the box. Footwork allows us just to perform saves with our feet more freely, gives us a better chance of saving close range shots, and increased reaction speeds on one-on-one situations. Rush out, something that's actually been really useful for me actually in terms of crosses and corners. So it basically just makes it be more aggressive. You come out a little quicker, and far reach just allows us to have a more effective save from shots from outside of the box with increased reach and jumping. Now, obviously, all of these, as you can see underneath, have the improved the play style underneath, which means that if we purchase these things from the skill tree, it'll make it easier. So for this one, for example, for quick reflexes, it recommends having reactions and goalkeeping reflexes. Stuff like this, sprint speed, acceleration, reflexes and reactions, positioning, sprint speed and acceleration, and obviously handling and diving. So that is that. In terms of my attributes, a lot of your attributes are going to go onto the goalkeeping skill tree. So you'll have to fill out this whole skill tree. That's where a lot of your time is going to go. After that, for me personally, I've started to fill out a few other ones. So it will be acceleration and sprint speed, just so we can get our far line and hit our basically our max sprint speed a little quicker when we're coming out for crosses or 1v1s or corners and stuff like that. Passing, another big one that you're going to want to look for. Over here, really, you're not going to need a lot. You're not going to need the crossing attributes or, the curve unless you really want them. The vision may help a little bit, but to be honest, I will spend a lot more time over here. Oh, wow, what do we have here? Hello, Matthew, how are you? I'm just showing everybody, the builds and stuff that I'm using this season for pro clubs, and just giving them a controller build, how I use my controller. But yeah, a lot of your time's got to go over here where you're passing. So obviously your short passes and your long passes. You can get the archetype if you want it. It's not really going to make much of a massive difference to you. Obviously, you can get your 3 vision points over here as well. Dribbling, sometimes you'll get passed back to, and you're in a tight situation. I would recommend filling out dribbling, as you can see I've started to do it here. So it's agility and dribbling. Obviously, that's where I'm going to fill out a lot of mine. The attacking position and agility is not important. Skill moves also not important, but I would work on, as I said, your balance and ball control. Obviously, the last thing you want to do is take a touch on the ball to go flying. Defending, again, none of this is really going to be necessary. Physical. Me personally, I'd pick stamina, jumping, and maybe aggression and strength. The rest is sort of neither here or there. But I'm watching Norwich versus Ipswich, massive rivalry. Oh god, you're only watching it for Grant. But that is pretty much. You don't need to get all of these, maybe just a few, and that is where all your attributes are pretty much going to go. So at that point, you should be around the 89, 90 rated mark once you've done all of those. Obviously, by that point as well, you would have leveled up enough to where you'll have these playstyle pluses. Now, playstyle plus is like, it's basically these playstyles that you have here Oh, whoops. It's the play styles that you have on, but it's like the little plus, so you get a little bit of an extra bonus from them. From what I can gather. So, yeah, make sure that you just pick the ones which best suit your style when you unlock them. There's no really right or wrong answer for them, really. It's just whatever suits you. I'm just showing you my build and what works for me. Now, in terms of your controls, it's, to be honest, it's only slightly different. So I'm just gonna do a quick drop-in match, so you can sort of see what I mean in terms of, because it's a bit annoying for it. So just give me a minute just to do this. There we go. Alright, only 20 subs before you're on 100. Yeah, I know, yeah. Not far off. Sorry for the interruption there. Oh, God. Is that Grant? Oh, no. God. Is that Grant or High? Oh, no, it's David. I've got only 20 subs before you're on 100. I know, I really want to get them. But yeah, we'll just load into a quick match and I'll give you like the rundown of how everything works, essentially. Like I say, this year, it's a bit weird. Goalkeeping feels a bit clunky. I just find with this build it feels a little less clunky and a lot less jittery. And a lot of the clunkiness, to be honest, really comes from the positioning this year. Like, positioning was never really a big issue. I don't know what they've done to it this year, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not as good as what it normally is. So we'll just wait for this to load in.
Camera lens trained on one man.
Well, Derek, he's the perfect finisher. He's got a great shot in him. His movement is excellent, and in 1v1 situations...
Yeah, I'm close to 100 on here, and I'm nearly at my Twitch affiliate. Subscribe with wallets. Where am I? You know, one day I might even get the diamond back. I'm joking. I'm not gonna get there. Okay, so there's two sets of buttons. So as you know, your left analog is your run, hold R2, your sprint. Obviously your circle, your squares, your triangles and X's are all the same for outside of the box and inside of the box. Now, obviously L2 is also to jockey. Now, this is what I mean when I say and I mention about L1. So you'll notice if you hold L1 it will put you into the position where that little circle is, and that is where it's saying that your position is optimised. When you're under the attack, especially from like a wing, and a lot of people on dropping matches especially, don't really like to pass the ball, they like to try and dribble across. So let's imagine we're on the right hand side, the auto position will put you say here. See here, for example. And you're not actually covering your near post as much as you need to be, so what I would do is I would say if I'm over here, I'd lock my position here, say here, and then I'd just use the left analog to cover the rest of that post, and then pretty much all you have to do is if you want to make a save, you just flick your right analog. Ignore that, but you get the point. That's me not concentrating, sorry guys. But you get the point, so that's what happens when your positioning's a bit weird on the game. So just be wary that whenever you hold L1, if you're under attack and you're on the defending side, that if you hold L1, you're not guaranteed to be in the right position. Like there, for example, you hold L1, it puts you into position, yet your position's not optimal. So make sure you're not relying on L1. Maybe just use it to get the rough position, and then let go and use your normal left analog to judge where your optimal position is going to be to cover all your angles. To make saves, it is the same as always. It's also slightly different. The right analog makes the saves. The last video I'd done on this, I believe, if you flicked the right analog, it wouldn't work. You had to hold it along with the left analog in the direction that you wanted to dive and make the save. Whereas everybody else, normally the chat is more active. Mary's gone out with her dad, and I'm literally only doing this as a quick explainer video. So I'm literally just doing this and then I'm ending it. But yeah, so it used to be that flicking the analog didn't work. Now it does, to an extent, but you still have to hold the left analog in the direction that you want to dive or make your save as well. It will happen as well where you'll try and predict where the ball is going. You'll flick the analog in one, like say for example to the left, but the ball will go to the right, and you'll still make a save. From what I can gather, it doesn't matter as long as you're in the vicinity of the ball, then you will still make a save. Um, Another one I've noticed as well is that catches off dives this game are quite rare. 95% of shots, in my opinion, and in my case, from what I've seen from other players and also myself, just get parried out. So just make sure that you are wary of that as well. And yeah, apart from that, really, for me, I know everyone says the most optimal build, this, that, the other, and normally I'd play Pro Clubs quite competitively. This year I haven't, to be honest. I'm only just finding my way back into it because it doesn't feel it doesn't feel as good as it used to for me. It's still a good, funny game mode when you're playing with friends or if you're doing random drop-in matches, but yeah, I'd also be wary of playing it if you're just going to do drop-in matches because sometimes you'll have, like me the other day I was playing and I'd done about 10 games and I had 5 games where I literally had nothing to do for 90 minutes. Hopefully Dead by Daylight, but I need to check out something on there first if I'm gonna, which will depend if I'm gonna stream that or not on Twitch. But yeah, so as long as you remember that use L1 to get into the rough position, let go, and then use your left analog to put yourself in the most optimal position for you. Remember that you need to hold your left analog stick in the direction you want to make the save, flick the right analog direction in the direction that you want to make the save. Obviously, your triangle button will help you come out and claim. As normal, you have to hold it. It's not just something you can press. If you press it and let go, your keeper will only come out a little bit. If you hold it, it will come out as far as you want him to, really. And yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything, guys. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid just to drop me a message or drop a comment on anything. That's pretty much all you need to know. So yeah, this is my build. I'm not as good as I normally am. As I said, it feels quite clunky for me this year. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys next time. As I said, this is just a quick one. What's the question? What is your question? FC24, you know what it's called. We play it all the time when your internet's working. But yeah, guys, that's it from me. As I said, this was just a quick live stream to explain the controls and to show you my build and where I would spend my attribute points. And yeah, that's everything from me, guys. So I'll see you later on over on Twitch.